In 2026, the Earth observation market reached a $117 billion valuation. The sector has transitioned from experimental research into a cash-generating industry. Historically, accessing this technology was a slow, expensive process. It required heavy capital, strict non-disclosure agreements, and weeks of waiting for price quotes, locking out everyone except defense agencies and global conglomerates. Today, satellite imagery functions as a retail utility. Multi-orbit architectures and AI have reduced the barrier to entry to a browser-based transaction, where users can purchase specific data for as little as $25. Companies like Planet Labs demonstrate this transition. By achieving their first full year of profitability with record revenues, they've shown that the commercial space sector is now built for high-volume, mass-market use. This data gives individual homeowners and small businesses access to the same evidence once reserved for the elite, providing a clear record for insurance claims and competitive analysis. This level of access creates a new problem: paralyzing choice. Today, there are over 700 distinct commercial sensors in orbit, each with different payment structures and technical capabilities. You don't need a geography degree to use these tools, but you do need procurement discipline. Without it, you risk spending your budget on imagery that is the wrong scale or resolution for your project. This chart shows the primary trade-off. You must balance your need for high-resolution detail and frequent updates against your budget and order size. To navigate this, identify your group: the macro baseline user, the sporadic retail user, or the continuous monitor. Success in this market comes from matching your specific situation to the right economic platform. The baseline for global monitoring is the collection of free, publicly funded programs like Landsat and the Copernicus Sentinel missions. These platforms provide massive regional coverage and decades of historical data. For tracking long-term environmental shifts or regional land use, the cost is zero. Gateway platforms like EOS Land Viewer make this data accessible through a browser, allowing beginners to search and filter these public catalogs without specialized software. The limitation is the detail. These satellites pass over a location every 5 to 16 days and offer a median resolution of 10 to 30 meters per pixel. While excellent for mapping forests, 30-meter resolution makes individual houses blur into city blocks. For property-level detail, you have to move up. When you need structural details, like a homeowner proving their roof's condition to an insurance company, the commercial sector is the only viable option. Marketplaces like Skywatch and UP42 have simplified this using standardized licenses and credit systems, allowing small businesses to make micro-purchases without negotiating enterprise contracts. Paying for data provides a significant increase in clarity. You move from 30-meter blurs down to commercial resolutions of 15 to 50 centimeters, where you can identify individual tree canopies and equipment defects. The entry price is low. You can access historical archives for as little as $25, or request a new satellite capture for areas as small as 1 square kilometer. However, optical satellites cannot see through clouds. To avoid wasting capital, use the platform's preview tool to ensure your target is clear before you pay. If you need to see through cloud cover or monitor a site at night, you have to use synthetic aperture radar. Because this requires specialized sensors, it carries a higher starting price, often around $450. Pay-as-you-go marketplaces offer powerful visual evidence for single events, as long as you meticulously verify the image quality before the final purchase. For operations that change daily, like an agricultural cooperative monitoring crop growth, single one-off images aren't enough. Users rely on the hectares under management model from providers like Planet Labs and Sentinel Hub. You pay a larger upfront annual fee, such as $9,650, but in return, you get automated daily monitoring over your specific area of interest. Processing this volume of data has also been simplified. Instead of heavy desktop software, you can drop imagery files directly into browser-based platforms. These tools use the Normalized Difference Vegetation Index. By calculating the ratio of near-infrared to red light, the software reveals invisible crop health. The result is a color-coded map highlighting stressed crops, allowing farmers to apply water or fertilizer only where needed. For high-frequency needs, this subscription model changes the value. You aren't just buying images. You are acquiring a continuous stream of operational data. To find your best option, follow this decision framework based on what you are trying to accomplish. If you are an NGO or researcher tracking large-scale environmental changes, Start with the free Copernicus and Landsat data on EOS Land Viewer. For homeowners needing evidence for an insurance claim or property dispute, use high-resolution archival data on Skywatch or Sky-Fi to get the detail you need at a low cost. For civil engineers monitoring a specific construction site, use UP42. Its credit system and low minimum area requirements are designed for localized commercial projects. And for agriculture or supply chain monitoring, use the Sentinel Hub and Planet subscription models to get near-daily updates for a fixed annual price. Success in this market depends on matching the platform to your specific budget and site frequency needs. Emerging technology moves processing into space. Next-generation satellites will run object detection algorithms in orbit, sending lightweight alerts rather than raw, heavy image files. Digital marketplaces have replaced slow, exclusive procurement systems, providing transparent access to spatial records. Today, throughout the global economy, integrating satellite intelligence has become a standard requirement for managing physical assets and assessing risk.